going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Action Sunday. This week, I'm looking at Dark Blue. This movie's been on my queue for quite some time. And, of course, this movie keeps disappearing and reappearing on me more times than often. So, thank goodness I struck while the iron was hot and got a chance to watch it. It's one of those movies that features Kurt Russell, which, of course, as you should know about me, I have a soft spot for Kurt Russell. This one, the plot of this movie, it kind of fits a little sensitive subject nowadays, but also at the same time, I feel like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it essentially involves Kurt Russell playing a LAPD detective or homicide LAPD detective. Essentially, it's like more of like he's battling corruption, or like essentially kind of like trying to do the right thing as well as trying to expose the corruption within LAPD. And of course, at the same time, he's kind of like showing this new recruit who played by Scott Spearman, the ropes of what in the homicide division. So yeah, so he's kind of doing a little bit of like, so it just feels kind of like Training Day is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, I feel like it's just very weird. So, but with this does bring to mind, like, who am I rooting for in this situation? Because there's no real villain unless you want to count the corrupt LAPD officials within the departments and with what they're doing. But ultimately, it's like, oh my God, you love and also hate Kurt Russell's character for doing this. It's like he's doing what he can, but at the same time, I feel like he's getting too good for his own merits, kind of thing. And like at the same time, he's just okay. He really just wants to just make a name for himself by I don't care how I do it. We just lock this guy up, kind of thing. So yeah, where it's like pointing evidence on him or killing a guy in cold blood. I mean, damn, it's like it's so ridiculous. But then of course it's more of like a pseudo battle between himself, a battle between his peers, especially one cop from IA played by Ving Rhames, kind of thing. Of course, then there's a whole character backstory with him, kind of thing. Now he's fighting because he's trying to get past a scandal, kind of thing. And I'm like, wow, like just a lot to unload with each one of these characters, whether you love them or hate them. But by the end, you're like wow, it's just wow. So yeah, I hate to say this. Even though this movie feels more like a crime caper thriller, but yeah, I know what you're thinking. This isn't really an action genre, but technically it is because there's a whole lot that happens that involves action, where it's car chasing and gunfire and explosions. Well, less on the explosions, but there's more of the thrilling police stakeout gunfire stuff, which leads to possibly one of the shocking things I've ever saw. I was like, oh my God, would you really do that? I'm like, no way. Why would you kill this guy off? I'm like, you kidding me? Kind of thing. Just absolutely bonkers premise if you think about it. But man, outside of that, I mean, the story is just, oh my God, there's not much else I can tell about the story. But as for the star power in this, outside of Kurt Russell, you got Scott Spearman, who plays his kind of partner or the new guy. He's trying to like show the ropes, kind of thing. You got Ving Rhames. You also have Leah Davidovich, who plays Eldon's wife or Kurt Russell's wife in this movie. Michelle Williams is in this. Just a lot of great star power in this movie all at one time. And like when you look at this and look at the scope of everything, you realize, man, these guys they did something well, like given these interesting characters and their backstories, and just they took it and ran with it. And of course, like I mentioned with the Kurt Russell, it's like you have no idea whether you want to hate this character, you want to love this character or not. But by the end, you realize, okay, he's the hero. In a sense, that's the only thing I'm going to spoil about this. But yeah, it's just insane to think about, and with a touchy subject that involves something along the lines of the Rodney King beatings back in the day, or George Floyd during 2020, all that nonsense kind of thing. So it's a sensitive thing, but at the same time you're like yeah, like Damn, that's again. That no wonder why. And again, the LAPD is definitely the most crooked cops in the world. Of course, everyone says police reform, all of this, blah blah blah. Yes and no. I'm on the fence with some things, but I do agree. Is like, yeah, they need to change up. I feel like the whole police force. Just watching this, just maybe just go, yeah. I'm not. I mean, it's a cool. I mean, I feel like they're not trying to glorify certain things, but I feel like they're just trying to drive home a statement. Is like, yeah, it's a interesting, great character developing story, and posing on the sensitive topic. But in the end, it's like you're trying to find the real heroes among the sea of corruption and humanity in this situation, if that makes sense. If any of what I'm saying makes sense, I apologize. It's late. So yeah, but overall, out of all the Kurt Russell movies, I feel like this one not my favorite of his. I mean, I love Kurt Russell for everything else he's done, whether it's Big Trouble in Little China or the Escape from New York or LA movies, or The Thing. This one I feel like not his best stuff. I mean, his early stuff is good. Everyone else, I think, did their part. Great work all around. It's to me, it's a fine movie, but at the same time, it's it's a lot of touchy subject matter that still rings true today. I say watch it on discretion. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. So with that in mind, I'm gonna give Dark Blue a 6 out of 10. I'm being generous. I wanted to rate it a little higher, maybe a little lower, but again, at least it's above average movie, if that makes sense. So again, if you won't watch it or don't watch, it's totally up to you. This again, I think this is available on Pluto TV. I somehow was able to find it on Tubi, by a stroke of luck. Thank you, Surfshark VPN. But anyway, that does for today. Thumbs up for videos, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting content.